Kia ora, hello, haere mai, and welcome. Now, today's science-denying flat earth comes recommended from the logical troglodyte. Now, you may remember the logical troglodyte was the person that helped Lance Corporal Flatter rescue the penguin queen. Now, the flat earth that he's recommended today wants to put his 2 cents in to the recent revelation that the moon is in Earth's atmosphere. So let's cue that Intergracia and get it.
Well, hey everybody. Putting this video out because, it was 2 or 3 years ago, over when I was still living in Indianapolis. And all the people I grew up with, went to school with and everything, I was telling them all about how we weren't on a spherical earth, but we were on a flat earth. The sun and the moon were both inside the earth's atmosphere, just like it says in the Bible.
And let me guess, people called you out for being an idiot.
And yes, I was made fun of to no end. Oh my God, they talked about how stupid I was, and it was just endless of how stupid I was and how smart they were.
Yep, I was right. Now, why do you think they said that?
Because they followed by the bullshit brainwashing that they get in these public schools and these colleges.
And that's why. You think education is brainwashing?
Well, I want all of you to do your research again now. Because it just came out that even the scientists are now agreeing that the moon itself is inside the Earth's atmosphere.
That's right, folks. It's another flat earth who will read only the title of an article and then think he's the expert. I wonder, will he even use the word geocorona?
Now they're not saying that the moon has moved any. It's still 236,000 miles away. They're just saying now that our atmosphere goes out 390-some thousand miles now, where they were wrong before.
Okay, no scientist is saying that we were wrong about this. We've known about the geocorona, which is what all of this is actually about, since 1972, when the astronauts from Apollo 16 took this photo. So by saying that we are wrong is just utter bullshit.
You know, they tell us they send, I think the space station's sitting at 60 miles up. They call that kind of space. I've always called it lower orbit, if it even exists.
Well, being that low Earth orbit is in space, also, are you trying to say International Space Station does not exist? If that case, what is in this photo?
But they call it space. They say all their satellites are flying in space, which I called bullshit on that too, and everybody made fun of me on that too. Oh, they think all their damn phones and GPSs and everything run off of satellites, and their cable or satellite TV. They think all that is run from space.
You know, you should really start listening to your friends. You see, a GPS system requires a GPS satellite to work. That's why in areas where you get no cell coverage, you still get GPS signal.
And when I told them they was all crazy, they just convinced themselves how much smarter they were, and hell, I must be autistic or something, or just flat out retarded, I guess.
As much as I would agree that you are a moron, using terms like retarded or autistic as a personal insult is just not on. And if it is true, I'm sorry that that has happened to you.
But now, there's been so many people questioning space all the way around and how it violates the second law of thermodynamics, which I know none of you, or some of you might understand what that means. But the majority of you with your college educations and your high school educations won't even have a clue at what the second law of thermodynamics is.
Well, as much as I do have a somewhat of an understanding of it, I can't even begin to explain this as well as AB Science has in his video on the second law of thermodynamics. So a link to that video will be in the description, and I do highly recommend everyone goes checks that out.
So I'll kind of give you an idea. Our atmosphere is pressurized gases. It's, you know, it's got all the oxygen and carbon and or carbon dioxide and all the different gases that's in the atmosphere that we breathe, that every bit of life on this planet exists because of it.
That was difficult to watch. Da, we live on planet with atmosphere. But what he fails to mention is atmosphere follows pressure gradient, something not possible in enclosed system.
But you cannot have a pressurized gas next to the vacuum of space and without a container holding the pressurized gas on the planet, on the Earth, not the planet, because there's no such thing.
Well, gravity is holding the atmosphere to our planet. Now, the reason we can have our atmosphere next to space is that pressure gradient that Yuri talked about before. So, at sea level, the pressure of the atmosphere is quite high, and it will decrease the higher that you go until you reach space.
But, I mean, all these years, they've been violating their own second law of thermodynamics by saying that's possible. That space is right next to our atmosphere. But our atmosphere stays on the Earth because of gravity, which they can't prove gravity either.
Okay, well, you actually just gave the answer to your problem within your very own statement. And as far as gravity is concerned, well, there's always the Cavendish experiments, or something simpler. Gravity, dick.
But you guys truly believe that gravity's what's holding you on to this flying ball spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. And I guess you think, what they call it, centrifugal force is keeping the moon in place.
Okay, so the moon is actually held in place by something called orbital mechanics. That entails that the moon is continuously falling towards the Earth because of gravity, but is always missing because of its outward speed.
And how the moon affects the tides and all this crap that you've been lied to about, that I've been telling you, you've been lied to about everything.
Yeah, because I'm just going to believe some guy that's on YouTube filming from his car. Wait.
Man is a liar. And they lie to you to control you and take your belief of God out of the picture.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. It's another religious nut job. Time to grab my holy book.
Well, your scientists have now eaten their words. Matter of fact, they're going back and even saying, well, we knew this 20 years ago. The data was there, but we just didn't look at it close enough. But we've now looked at it, and the consensus are that the moon is within the atmosphere of the Earth.
Wow, I'm actually impressed. You're sort of half right. See, when this photo was taken in 1972, scientists knew that the Earth had a geocorona. It's essentially an envelope of extremely spaced out hydrogen atoms, about 70 atoms per cubic centimetre. What these scientists have done is they've mapped out that envelope. and they've shown it to extend out 390,000 miles on Earth's night side. The fact that these scientists were able to come out and say this just shows the fluidic nature of the scientific community. You know, unlike those dogmatic beliefs of religion.
So, you got to wonder, if the moon's within the atmosphere, do you think the chances the sun might be in the atmosphere too?
No. In fact, if anything, we could consider the Earth inside the sun's atmosphere. That is, of course, if we're including these envelopes of very spaced out hydrogen as an atmosphere.
Maybe that's why there's so many videos and photos of clouds being behind the sun and the moon. You think that might be it? Oh no, that couldn't be it, because scientists wouldn't lie about that.
Actually, photos and videos of this have already been debunked. See, when larger brighter object passes behind smaller darker object, the smaller object seems to disappear, giving the illusion that the brighter object has passed in front of it.
You know, the government wouldn't lie about nothing like that. You know, hell, jet fuel basically disintegrates 3 buildings, even 1 building.
Yeah, just don't go there with 9/11, mate.
Yeah. All you people that been talking about how the moon landing happened, that's all true. And
Duh. The Americans beat Soviet Union to moon. But Soviet Union got first man in space. Long live Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin.
And all calling me a liar and everything. I got a big plate of your feet or crow. Whichever you want to eat, you can go ahead and do it. Go ahead and stick them feet in your mouth. Or go ahead and eat a great big plate of that crow.
And here's some toilet paper so you can wipe that bullshit off your chin.
Because now your own scientists say that the moon's in our atmosphere. You just got to wonder if they're right about the distance.
Okay, I've explained the atmosphere thing enough. And yes, the moon's distance has been accurately measured and traversed before.
Do you think? Have they been right about anything, or is it all made up bullshit?
Well, if you think that everything science is just bullshit, how about you stop using the products which is made possible by that science, including your headphones, your car, your camera, and that internet connection of yours.
You have the free will to believe. You either believe in God, or you can still believe in your Big Bang bullshit theory.
That's right. You can believe in an invisible sky wizard, or you can believe in a mathematically plausible scientific theory.
You can believe in your evolution bullshit theory.
Now, from here, he whinges, moans, and bitches about evolution. If you want to see it, link's going to be in the description. However, Lance Corporal Flatter does have a special message that he wants to pass on, so take it away, Corporal. Thanks, Auntie. On behalf of the entire Antarctic Defence Force, we would like to pass on our congratulations to Dead Kennedy in Space, who has just passed his 1,000 sub mark. We'd also like to extend my personal thank you to him for the amazing shout out that he gave us on his 1,000 sub special. If you haven't seen Dead Kennedy in Space already, I do highly recommend jumping across and checking him out. He is absolutely fantastic, and link to his channel will be in the description. As for now, I've got to get back to guarding the truth, so thank you so much for watching and making it to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give her a thumbs up. And if you're new here, we definitely appreciate the subscription. And as always, your comments are, stand by guys, stand by, contact!